Hey there, Latin 2. So, what I want you to do right now is go ahead and translate chapter 34. I'll wait. All right, so now that you've done that, I'm going to go ahead and read to you chapter 34 out loud. All right? I'm going to do the best I can to keep it slow so that you can really correct what your translation said. So, more of wine is brought, and there we go. Crowns of flowers are given to all the guests, or were given. Sorry. More wine was brought, and these crowns were given. Some wore, put on, or donned crowns of roses, others crowns of ivy. Gaius only crowned himself with parsley, but Titus demanded both roses and perfumes, for he had already drunk much wine in an eating house near the Forum. I don't know why I don't say restaurant, because it's not much of a sit down. It's more, it's very much like a pub, but I'm a little hesitant to say pub because that's a different culture. One from the guests, to whom the name was Masala, which my daughter will get a kick out of that when she reads that, shouted, who will be elected the arbiter bibendi? You can actually just translate that as that, or you can say the master of drink. Certainly not you, Masala, said another. Some drink wine without water, but you drink water without wine. Okay, so Masala is not going to get everybody drunk like they want to be. To whom Masala said, why not Gaius himself? For who is wiser than Gaius? For he will mix water and wine wisely, and he will not allow his guests to drink too much of wine. No, shouted or interrupted Titus in a loud voice. It is not allowed to decide the arbitrator or the arbiter bibendi, the master, in this way. Bring the dice. Nothing but the dice will. The master of drinking will be elected by nothing except for the dice correctly. Okay, will not be done correctly except by the dice. For a short time, everyone was quiet. Then Gaius says, all right, bring the dice. It is necessary to do everything the right way. Immediately, therefore, dice with a cylindrical cup were brought, having been brought, were placed on the middle of the table. Or just placed on the table, sorry. At first, the dice were thrown by Gaius. It's the worst, was shouted by everyone. Then one of the guests tossed the dice. Sent the dice is just rolling them, right? Rolled the dice. Dogs! Everyone with a laugh shouted. Again and again the dice were rolled, but no one threw the Venus throw. Okay. At last, Titus grabbed the dice and he placed them in the, and I don't like that because I think that should be accusative, quite honestly, but he placed them in the cylindrical cup with great care. My Hercules, he says, I call upon you. Then he violently shook, the cylindrical cup. He violently shakes the cylindrical cup. Everyone watches Titus attentively. Suddenly, the dice are sent, or the dice are rolled. So notice present tense gets you into the action, right? It's Venus, shouts Titus. I win, I won. Hercules favors me. Now it is time for drinking. I order 2 parts of water and 3 parts of wine. So it's a little stronger stuff, right? However, First, he grabs the undiluted wine and fills his own drinking cup, his own goblet. Good to you, Gaius, he shouts, and immediately drains the goblet. Good to you, Messala, he shouts, and again drains the goblet. Suddenly, he collapsed. Not good to you, Titus, says Gaius. Alas, he drained too much of wine already. The slaves carried out Titus crushed by wine, or overwhelmed by wine. Titus having been overwhelmed by wine. Titus was the worst master of drink of them all. All right, so now that you have translated all of that, what I want you to do is go ahead and do 34A, okay? That only exists on this page, shouldn't be too hard. All right, I will catch you on the next part. I'm gonna hit the button.